It's time for another episode of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This is episode 10 we're doing today. Wasn't last episode so fucking good? It was so awesome. I loved last episode and I can't wait for this episode. Last time, yeah, we had those demon fights that were great. This week, I wonder, are we gonna have like Frieren fighting Aura properly? Like we're gonna continue with that? I feel like we might, but I'm not sure because we've kind of had like some banger weeks of fighting. I don't know. Like it's tough to know, but regardless, last week's like animation and everything was like incredible. I mean, there's no other word for it. It was incredible. So let's get into this episode today. If you like my videos, if you like my reactions, make sure to support the channel if you can. I know every YouTuber says this, but it does actually help liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel, and if you want to watch the full-length version of the reaction, that is the version that doesn't have any of that pesky editing that cuts around the bits that you like, not on purpose, but it sometimes happens. That'll be on my Patreon account down in the description below. You just sync it up with your own footage, and it's absolutely worth it. Go check that out. Anyway, let's jump into it. This is Frieren, episode 10. Oh, this is a younger Frieren, I think. Yep, if her master's alive, it absolutely is. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I thought she might... I don't know. I, for some reason, thought she might have a slightly more sympathetic take towards them, but... No, she's the smart mage. She knows demons are horseshit. Da, 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 ba, 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 da. A powerful mage. Holy shit, man. I'm glad she gets the trash talk over his corpse. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I guess we'll see. Oh man, there's some beautiful shots here. Like just the cinematography here is great. She's efficient. Or is it concealing your mana? Ooh, a disgrace! Is it that she actually has an insane amount of mana, but is able to hide it, even from demons? Oh, that's how. This is how she discovered Frieren. I thought we'd be going forward, but we're going back. It worked out this time. But the mana doesn't look like she's more powerful. So they must be concealing it. Oh. I'm taking you by force. You're kidnapping, basically. Oh shit. Whoa. I like how they create their weapons. Kill all the elves. Oh shit. Because you're the fucking strongest. God, she's fucking cool. Every flashback we see of her, she gets cooler. Oh my god! Just Control A, delete. Oh, that's how strong she really is. That's sick. It's interesting they call concealing your mana cowardly? Like everyone's agreeing it's cowardly. Ah. Those bugs fucking? I don't want to see bugs having sex. I don't want to see bugs at all. I don't mind seeing sex. You'd want to limit it so it's like a realistically small level. Like if you bring it down to like almost 0, people will be like, well, clearly that's not true. You're a strong mage. Oh my god. What does this remind me of? Hunter x Hunter? I mean, Hunter x Hunter does this stuff, but I'm trying to think of something very specific. Yep, whoever has the more mana wins. Yeah, that's a lot. I think, Frieren, you're longer, right? Than 500 years? Okay, they can't conceal their mana. Oh. Oh, we're cutting back again. Okay, okay. Can I get this apple, Mum? Okay, whoever's strongest is on top. Ah, that makes sense. So they can just look at each other to know their status. That makes a lot of sense. That's a really well thought out system. I applaud the writer for coming up with that. Yeah, they want to show everyone that they're strong. Damn. It's pretty insane. Like, she just did it instant. She said suppress your mana, and then she did it. Oh, look, she's an old lady. Jesus. Yep. Been there, done that. Oh, such a simple request. That's so cool. My favorite spell would be one that blows up someone's head. Oh. Well, she's a little bit of a legend now. She's got statues everywhere, and it's known as Frieren the Slayer. But that's after she defeated the Demon King, so it makes sense. Aw, cute snowman. Did she build that snowman? That's adorable. Whoa! That looks like a Studio Ghibli creature. Wow, this is how they met? Ooh, he knew it. Wow. He had good instincts. Whoa. I want to look at all of those little images. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I love how confident she is. Oh, is that so? Oh my god, it's just gonna go. Alright, well, when does it kick in? Come on, scales. Here we go. Here we go.
正直このまま軍勢の物量で押されていたら危なかったけれどお前が自分の魔力に自信を
Oh my god, please show her actual mana. I want to see it like light up the sky.
私は魔力を制限していた
Stop suppressing
お
it.
前は見誤ったんだ
I want to see it.
あなたの魔力には制限特有の不安定さも
Yeah, she's been doing it for hundreds of years.
驚いた私は生きてきた時間のほとんどを魔力を制限して過ごした
You can see the sweat on her.
そんなわけのわからないこと
Pointless. I mean, look, it's just been used to defeat you.
お前たちに勝てるアウラお前の前にいるのは
Oh my god. Oh, there it is!
1000年以上生きた魔法使いだ
I thought it would be like that. That's everything I wanted. Oh my god. This is better than I imagined. The music.
自害しろ
Oh my god. That is one of the coldest things I've ever seen. Jesus. I am blown away by the way that episode ended. That was incredible. Really, genuinely incredible. What a cold way to finish off that character. Like, it's like simultaneously immensely satisfying because Aura was shown to be like very powerful, very evil, and very smug throughout all of her stuff there. So it's immensely satisfying. It's also like it's kind of, you know, like for me, it's like a little bit heartbreaking because we see how like kind of a person Frieren can be, and I want her to be like an incredibly kind person. But like you can see, when it comes to demons, there is zero empathy, like absolutely zero empathy from her, and her showing off her mana, it takes up the whole fucking field around them, and she just calmly tells her exactly how she lost and then says, hey, Aura, kill yourself and leave. Like, that is, she doesn't even watch it happen to make sure, like, she just leaves her to die. That is absolutely insane. Seriously, that, like, I didn't expect that, you know? From how the episode started, you can basically figure out how the rest of the episode's gonna go, right? You can figure out she's gonna try to put it on the scales, Frieren's gonna have a better mana, and Frieren therefore wins the battle. You can figure that out from the first 2 minutes of the episode. But it doesn't matter because the execution of that scene, pun intended, I guess, she cut her own head off, is like just phenomenal. I think that's this show in general to a T. Like, even when they're not doing anything particularly special, they're doing it in such a special way. You know, so much of the show is them walking to places or just talking to each other. Like, the characters not having many facial expressions, they're speaking in a monotone. Like, it's a bunch of stuff that could be very boring or could be very, like, dull. You know, could be very repetitive. But none of it is, because it's all brilliantly written. So props to the mangaka, and it's brilliantly animated, and the music is amazing, and the voice acting is awesome, and the directing of each episode is so incredible. I just want to gush about the show, but there's no point, because people watching this video, they probably gushing about it too. Everyone in the anime world's gushing about this show right now, I think. Wow, good shit. So let's actually talk about, there was a lot of stuff I found interesting in this episode. Firstly, kill all the elves. The Demon King wanted to kill all the elves, which I guess makes sense. Elves are probably like the biggest threat to demons in this world because they live such a long life. They can be like very proficient with being a mage and mana and outliving demons and having more experience in them and knowing their tricks and spreading that around. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that makes them kind of the best counters to demons. So I guess the Demon King wanted to, make sure to take them all out. Funny thing is, Demon King's not around anymore and elves are still going extinct. I mean, I imagine part of that is because the Demon King probably did wipe out a decent amount of them, but then obviously the rest of them don't really want to fuck, and so there's no more elves. Well, not no more elves, but there are very few more elves. I was just thinking, I imagine there are elven males, right? Because I don't think we've seen another elf in this show at all so far, have we? But like, I imagine there's males and females, but there was just a part of me for some reason that was imagining there was a entire species of women, which, like, you may be laughing at me because you're like, well, they can still they can still make love, but I in my head I was thinking of them like Asari from the Mass Effect series, where if you don't play Mass Effect, there's a species called the Asari, and they're these blue aliens, and they are all female. Every single one of them is a woman, but they are able, like, because of their biology, they're able to mate with, I think, any other species, or at the very least most other species, but I'm pretty sure any other species. So they're just like, they're just, super, they, like, that's how they spread and continue on their line, is because they don't have any males of their species, but they have purely interspecies romances. So I thought it was possible, elves could be the same. Elves just, if elves were all females, they have human men. But there's nothing to say that elves are all females. I'm pretty sure there are male and female elves in this. I had this weird idea in my head that they were all female for some stupid reason. Maybe just because we've seen one elf and then she's female. And I've been watching shows like Bang Dream where there's like no men in them, like those, Bang Dream and Bocchi the Rock and K-On! Where there's just like cute girls doing cute things type anime where just men don't exist. So it's interesting that they continuously qualify concealing your mana as a cowardly tactic. I can understand demons thinking of that as a cowardly tactic because they're petty and they see mana as status. But when it comes to humans and elves, it feels like that's just intelligence. Concealing your mana is just wisdom. But interestingly enough, like pretty much everyone who mentioned it in this episode did say it was cowardly, including Flamme, and was like kind of seemingly slightly ashamed of it, but like, saw it as necessary, but was like, we should be the only ones to be using our magic in this way, in this shameful way. It's very interesting because, like, I on one small level get why they're saying that, but on every other level, I think that's such like a oddly toxic way to think. It's like toxic masculinity, but within the arcane. Does that make sense? It's a toxic old-timey way of thinking that they're not letting go of, that, oh, you have to show off your mana. Seems strange. But I love the justification that for demons, mana is status. So they don't conceal it, because why would they? Because that's how strong they are. And that's how good you are compared to other demons. So they walk into a room with 20 other demons. They all just look at each other and go, that's the strongest one there. He's in charge. Makes perfect sense. Makes absolute perfect sense. And it's a really great justification in this series for having concealing your mana be something that's very effective against demons, because you'd want that so that Frieren comes off as being like really great, and we can have her have all these amazing moments while also having a really cool lore justification. I'm so impressed when writers are able to write something that elegantly, you know, that seems to, like, you can see the reason they wrote it into the story, but they came up with such a good lore reason for it that it flows so nicely. I love that. I also want to really quickly see if I can go back to that bit where it flashed by a bunch of different images. I want to see if I can catch these. I think it was just like their adventures, but I want to see if I can get up what they were. Oh, yep. Okay, all right. Yeah, it is their adventures. So I'm just gonna do this really annoying tactic where I just keep clicking play and pause. Okay, them defeating a dragon. Oh, okay, they defeated some more things. They're at a thing. They're at the demon castle. Okay, yeah. So it just skips through the rest of their adventures. Like, it was just saying, here's how they started, and there's how they ended. Amazing, really cool. Well, that is Frieren episode 10. So, like, last episode was so great because of the like combat and the incredible animation there. This episode was just like build up the entire time and an incredible execution of the ending. I'm so happy with that. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And my Patreon account's in the description below for full-length early access and exclusive videos. If you really want to support me, go watch some of my other videos. Apparently, if you watch, you know, videos all clumped together, like if you, as soon as you're done with this video, go watch another of my videos. It helps me with the algorithm, I guess. So go do that if you want to support me, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.